What's up, you guys? My name is Tony Gilroy, and I famously hate Star Wars. And today we are going to give you guys a little behind the scenes into my directing that I did for the Andor series. A little clip for you guys to see, a little snippet. So here you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, yeah, so just stand right there. Yep, you stand right there. Perfect. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk around the ship, right? And you're just gonna go slow around the ship, right? You're just gonna be walking as slow as you can. Don't rush. Take your time, okay? No, that's a little too fast. You gotta slow it down. Okay, we gotta work with an hour each episode, right? We gotta extend the timeout, okay? So just slowly walk around the ship. You know, touch a couple buttons here and there. That's okay. There's a few more up there. Make sure you touch those too. Don't sit down yet. That's too quick. Touch more buttons. People are gonna love this. Okay, let's get a shot of her walking out of the ship though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure. And don't go too fast, cameraman, okay? Let's slowly pan out. We gotta stall more time, okay? The audience is gonna eat this up, I'm telling you. And that's a wrap. Perfect. Awesome. Good work here today, guys. All right, everybody. It is that time of the year for Andor Season 2. Who's ready for the revolution? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sector for Nerds. Today we are here to chat about Andor Season 2, Episodes 1 through 3. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with others to help support the channel. Plenty of great content every single week, so you guys definitely don't want to miss out on any of it. Now, before I begin telling you guys my thoughts on these episodes, I actually did a little something tonight when I was watching these episodes. A little something that I've never done before, and that is record. While my brother and I were watching these episodes together, I gave out a couple clips pretty much summing up my reactions to these episodes. So with that, I will play them now.
Oh my god, they're gonna start singing, aren't they? Why am I being tortured? I'm really feeling the Star Wars right now.
Dude, they spent $500 million on between both seasons of this nonsense. So, yeah. This show sucks. Man, and I had a gut feeling. I'm like, if this is anything like season 1, oh, we are in for a bad ride, people, at least for me, because a lot of people really like this show. A lot of people that watch this show, especially with season 1, y'all really seem to like it, and I'm sure it's going to be no different here. To each his own, as I always say. I don't know, it's just so funny to me how Lucasfilm was willing to spend almost $700 million on a character like Andor, but not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did anyone see any aliens in this show, in these 3 episodes? Because I didn't see too many of them. I know that was a big thing in season 1 that I was like, wait, what the heck? I will say, on a slight positive note, I thought that the first episode, there were a couple things about the first episode that I found decent. For example, the Krennic scenes. I was like, okay, this is cool. And I mean, obviously, Ben Mendelsohn's great. So, it's great to see him back. And of course, he was going to nail the scenes that he was a part of. He's great as Director Krennic. And then, of course, Luthen is another character that I really enjoy as well. So, anytime that he's around, it definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. And then I felt like some of those first scenes were Mon Mothma, but they were setting up the wedding and everything. I was like, okay, this is all right. It's fine, I guess. And then, as time kind of went on, it was like, all right, this is getting a little bit more boring. Episodes 2 and 3, I was just like, okay, this just feels like we're just back to square one with the way that the original season of Andor felt like. Just everything taking too long. It took Andor, I'll say this, it only took Andor 2 episodes to get off world instead of 3. Oh my gosh, we're making a little bit of progress. And I've noticed it more in season 2, and I bet you if I went back in season 1, I'd notice this a lot too. They took so much time in between some of these shots, man. That opening scene of episode 1 with the TIE interceptor, they're like, okay, we're going to start wide, and then we're going to just slowly move the camera in, and then we're just going to move up to a close-up shot, and then we're going to show the pilot checking stuff out on the ship, and then press some buttons, maybe do a little walking around the ship, and then she walks out of the ship, and then once again we will zoom in on the ship. Okay, we just have to fool the audience enough to make it look like we're doing long-term storytelling, telling stories over a long period of time. That's what the audience wants. We have to make it look like we're doing our jobs. Oh my gosh, what was the other scene where they pulled that nonsense? I think it was in episode 2. I'm trying to go through my notes here. Oh yeah, the scene with the two Imperials when they're in the security bureau area and they're just having a long chat, and it's like he's talking so slow, and there's so many pauses in between what he's saying. It was like, okay, and now I will say a bunch of words here, and then there is a 5-second pause, just like that right there, and now there's another pause, and another, and another. Are we doing a good job yet, guys? Are you not entertained? The show sucks. Yeah, the whole Rebel Civil War would have just, like, not happened if they all would have just listened to Andor. Like, it felt like that was a massive waste of time. I mean, I know this whole show is, but whatever. That point notwithstanding, most of the Andor scenes, like the stuff involving Cassian Andor, I was very bored by in these episodes. Like I said, the only things that I really had interest in when these 3 episodes, it was like the Krennic scene, which was only in like, episode 1 that they were doing that. Some of the scenes with Luthen were all right, but again, as like time went on, that got boring. And then same with the Mon Mothma stuff. I guess like once again, it's like I'm sitting here watching through these 3 episodes, and it doesn't feel like Star Wars. I was only slightly less bored in that first episode versus the first episode of the first season. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't say much. I was still bored. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get what people see in this show. I think this is honestly probably the biggest disconnect that I've had with Star Wars fans in terms of like stuff that I like versus what you guys all like. But I mean, like, yet again, I guess I also really enjoyed Ahsoka, and there were a lot of people that didn't enjoy that. So, okay, maybe there's a couple things. Was this our first time seeing Chandrila, by the way, Mon Mothma's homeworld? I'm pretty sure that the crystals or whatever that they're going to be mining right as stuff for the Death Star, surely. I mean, they're not Kyber crystals, but like this whole energy project that Krennic was talking about to like energize the galaxy or whatever, it's not really for that reason, right? Like surely it's the Death Star. I just remember, I think it was in episode 3 where they started doing like the wedding dance and stuff, and I was just like, man, I'm really feeling the Star Wars right now. Oh, and then, oh gosh, and then there was that other scene in episode 3 that, oh, why did they do it? The Imperial officer that tried to, okay, I gotta be careful because I can't say the word on here. The R word, he tried to R word, the letter R, you know what I'm saying? You know what he tried to do to Biggs? Why? Why? Why was this in here? To show that the Empire is terrible? Yeah, we already knew that. Thank you, Tony Gilroy. Man who famously hates Star Wars, thank you. We had no idea the Empire was so terrible. Thank you for enlightening us. Man who famously hates Star Wars. They didn't need to do that. They really didn't. Oh yeah, and then episode 2, they were playing rock, paper, scissors. That's why I tune into Star Wars, to see characters play rock, paper, scissors. Get the F out of here. But then we gotta go back to the slow, methodical talking scenes so we can drag out this episode and the next 2. I can really feel the storytelling enhance right now, and all the character development that we're doing through slow talking. Andor sucks. Yeah, that's all I got to say, you guys. Freaking movie length content that we got tonight, and I barely have anything to say. I'm done. And I'm done pulling punches too. I felt like season 1, while I didn't like the show, I felt like I was kind of very reserved in terms of like, I'm gonna, like try to comment and be positive on the show where I can, right? And no, it didn't matter because people still didn't like it. So guess what? I ain't pulling punches anymore. I don't care. I ain't trying to cater to anybody. The show sucks. And I've been saying it since day 1. And I'm not holding back on that. I'm done with this, man. We've taken L after L after L when it comes to Star Wars content, in my opinion. Okay, all right, forget about what all of you guys think, right? Because, like, at the end of the day, you guys are going to have your own opinions. You guys are probably going to think this is a big win. Let's talk about my opinions, and let's talk about the L's that I believe Star Wars has taken. We had Andor Season 1. Now we've got Andor Season 2. Right before Andor Season 2, what did we have? We had Skeleton Crew. I kind of thought that was an L of a show. Then before that, we had the freaking Acolyte. That was an L of a show. What did we have before that? We had Tales of the Empire. That was an L. We haven't taken too many W's lately, people. I'm sorry, I haven't taken too many W's as of late, people. Look, it's cool. Everybody's allowed to like what they like and don't what they don't. Yeah, you guys, I believe that is gonna wrap us up for today. Yeah, sorry, I don't have much to say. This was boring. It was dumb. It was stupid. It's not Star Wars. This feels like some weird knockoff HBO Max show with some oddly paced storytelling that people are really seeming to be into. The only thing that felt Star Wars about this is the fact that there were stormtroopers in there and a couple TIE fighters. And that's it. That stuff wasn't in there. That, like, nothing about this is Star Wars. All right, that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others to help support the channel, and I will see you guys next time.